Hey guys, welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I hope you can hear me. I wanted this week, week 8, we are talking about how our resources, how our geographical location affects our resources. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit of where I started. This is a wooded clearing out behind my parents' place. I'm home for the holidays, and I wanted to show you guys. There's a lot of things that here that used to help with my craft. I think I found my first one back here. I still have it in my bedroom. I don't know who that is or whose that is. Could have been my little brother's. The boat. We're just gonna take a walk around the trail and I'll talk. Only got 8 minutes on this camera. There's a lot of things, like from here we have our back at the front of the house. There's a huge oak tree. I used to use acorns all the time on my spell work. Back home I don't have that luxury. I don't also have the luxury of being out in this much nature as I do back in Charleston, unless I want to pay for it to get into a park. Excuse me for burping. I just kind of had lunch or breakfast, whatever. So yeah. So back in Charleston, for me, the cool thing is, even though I don't get to see this type of scenery, which I do miss a lot, I get to see the ocean. I get to be with the ocean and the rivers and things. We do have a pond that goes back there with the boat. Excuse me, sir. I came out this morning with some offerings of Christmas treats that my mom made, and some water to ask the spirits of the land if it was okay for me to record. So I mean, the difference between, like I said, here in Charleston, of course, I don't get the secluded areas that I would like to have in my practice. But there's a lot of plus sides. Like I said, the beach, the sand. I do a lot of magic workings with beach sand and the ocean. Going to and working with historical energy from the historic parks and historic sites of Charleston. Those are awesome. Now, when I'm back home, I get to tap into the raw energy of the countryside, which is something I do miss, is being back here and kind of reminiscing of the old, when I first started, and the energies and stuff like that. But so there's a lot of things. You have to first know your location, like where you live. You can't just, I don't recommend going out and picking random flowers or touching, random trees or bushes or anything like that, because they could be poisonous. So know your plants, get to know the spirits of the land that are around you, where you live, and start working there. I think that was the big step for me. Every place I go, I meet a new spirit of the house, and I work with them in my spellcraft. And I think, as being witches or magical practitioners, we should be able to tap in and meet the spirits of the land, work with what we have on hand instead of buying stuff that's imported, even though I'm not saying that stuff that's imported is bad, but having stuff on hand instead of spending money you may not have for things is always the best thing for me. So yeah, so that's my video this week. It's kind of short because I'm still with my family on holiday. I don't have my laptop with me. And like I said, I hope you guys can hear me all right. I am going to buy a camera or a microphone for this camera or for my laptop so you can hear me. But until next week, many blessings.